Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about this new event that just started today, the Turbulent Timeways. Basically, for the next 6 weeks, each week we will have one of the Timewalking events that will be up. So for 6 weeks, you will be able to do all the different Timewalking events. And as you can imagine, you can definitely make some gold with all these different events. And so what I'm going to do in today's video is simply explain what you can buy from all the different vendors or what activities you can do in order to make some gold during these different events and which are the ones that are going to be the most profitable. So as you can see, this week we will start with Cataclysm. Then next week we will have Mist of Pandaria. Then after that we will have Warriors of Draenor. Then Legion. Then the Burning Crusade. And finally, the last week we will have Wrath of the Lich King. So let's start with Cataclysm. So basically, during Cataclysm, unfortunately, you're not really going to be able to buy anything interesting. You have a few things you can actually purchase and then sell on the auction house for some gold, but these are extremely expensive. As you can see, these are all the different patterns and schematic and recipes that you can buy and then sell on the auction house. These are all BOEs. But the issue is the fact that they all cost 1,500 time wrap badges each, which is extremely expensive. And also the main issue that I have with these different items is the fact that they take a lot of time to sell. So definitely I would not recommend you to spend your time wrap badges on all these different items. Then we have Mist of Pandaria that will be available during the second week. And here you will have a few things that you can do in order to make some gold. Of course, the most obvious option that you have is to buy the portable Yakwash. This is a toy that you can then sell on the auction house. This is the only BOE toy from all the different vendors, so the only one you can actually buy and then sell on the auction house. Next to that, the only other things you can really do in order to make some gold, I would say, is maybe considering buying some of these commendations in order to upgrade the reputation with some of these different factions that then can reward you with some gold. For instance, the one that I think is the most obvious one is the commendation of the Order of the Cloud Serpent, because basically when you reach Exalted and even before that when you are honored, you will be able to craft with a jewel crafter all the different penters that you can craft from Mist of Pandaria. And all these different penters always sell pretty fast and for quite a lot of gold on many realms. So if you want, this is definitely something you can do in order to accelerate a little bit the process. But keep in mind the reputation for the Order of the Cloud Serpent is pretty easy anyway to upgrade on its own. So this is really just something you should do if you have some extra badges and you're not sure what to do with them. So unfortunately with WoD, it's pretty similar to Cataclysm. There is not a lot of things you can do in order to make some gold. You only have all the different commendations and some of them can be interesting because you can then purchase some interesting pets and maybe other items. But other than that, really, I would not recommend you spending too much of your badges on all these different items because unfortunately you won't really make a lot of profits when using them on all these different items. After that, we will have Legion Timewalking. So for this one, unfortunately, again, we don't really have a lot of items that you can buy and then sell on the auction house or that you can use in order to make a lot of gold. The only thing I can really think of is the Sargeray Blood Vessel, because when you are crafting items from Legion, you will need a lot of these Sargeras bloods, and these can be sometimes a little bit annoying to farm. So if you are making gold with items that you need to craft and for which you need to use some of this blood of Sargeras, maybe you want to consider using some of your badges in order to get some of them. Keep in mind, it's really not a lot. I believe you will only get 5 or something around that when getting one of these blood vessel. After that, we will have the Timewalking event for the Burning Crusade. So here you will have a few items that you can purchase in order to make some gold. The first one is going to be the bag of fishing treasures. So as you can see, for 150 Tamra badges, you will be able to buy one of these bags. And inside you will be able to get different type of items. So for instance, you have a few cosmetic and transmog items that can be pretty interesting. You have the Razor Sharp Fillet Knife. You then have, of course, the Noble's Monocle. and the ornate drinking stain. So all these different items can be sold on the auction house for quite a lot of gold. And then of course you also have all the different pets. So all these ones you can then just learn them, cage them, and sell them on the auction house. And they always sell for anywhere between 8 to 10k gold, and they're pretty easy to get. So definitely the bag of fishing treasures is going to be pretty interesting. And then you also have this toy right here. So this toy is a BOP toy, so you won't be able to sell it on the auction house, but this is a toy you can then use in order to make quite a lot of gold. So basically with this toy, every hour you will be able to target any critter anywhere in World of Warcraft, and when targeting a critter you can click on the toy, it will consume the soul of the critter, and then it will open this portal that you can use, and you will directly arrive in front of the Black Temple. And so this is really good because like that you will have a chance at killing Doomwalker. Doomwalker is one of the 2 world bosses that are available in the Burning Crusade, and Doomwalker can really drop some pretty interesting items. Finally, during the last week, we will add the Timewalking event for Wrath of the Lich King. So this one is definitely going to be one of the best when it comes to making some gold, because you will be able to purchase the bag of fishing treasures. This is very similar to the one you can purchase during the Burning Crusade, and as you can see, it will also cost you 150 Tamra badges per bag. The only difference is that this time the different items you can get are, in my opinion, a little bit more interesting. So you have the battered jungle hat and the diamond tip cane, and both of these items are really interesting, and you can really sell them for a lot of gold. So this one is a cosmetic items, which means that anyone can use it, and as you can see right now on average it's 80,000 gold on North American realms and 200,000 gold on European realms, and for the tip cane it's 95 to 150,000 gold. So definitely you will be able to make a lot of gold if you manage to get these 2 items. Of course, keep in mind this is extremely difficult to get these different items because the drop rate is extremely low. It's 0.3 for each of these items. So what I would recommend you to do in order to make as much gold as possible during this event is first to try and do on all your different characters each week one of the random dungeons in order to get the quest item and then to get the 500 Tamra badges, because basically when you go here and you complete one of these random Timewalking dungeons, you will get at the end on the final boss a quest item, and you can then complete the quest and it will reward you with 500 Tamra badges. And this is something you can do once per character per week, so you can definitely make a lot of Tamra badges like that. Then when it comes to spending all your different Tamra badges, so for me, there are only a few items you should focus on. The first one is going to be during Mist of Pandaria, and this is the toy I mentioned. So this is not the most exciting toy. It will definitely take some time to sell, but I think you can definitely try to pick at least 1 or 2 and then just leave them on the auction house and wait for them to sell. It can take a little bit of time, but again, it doesn't cost a lot, and this is something that always sells. After that, in my opinion, you should basically keep everything for either the Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King, because these are really going to be the most interesting one. For me, Wrath of the Lich King is by far the best one, because these different bag of fishing treasures, while it's pretty difficult to get the battered jungle hat and the diamond tip cane, these are still some of the best rewards you can get and that you can then sell on the auction house. So definitely I would recommend you to keep most of your Tamra badges to do that. So maybe try to buy a few from the Burning Crusade, try to get a few pets, and then keep the rest and use it for Wrath of the Lich King on all these different bags of fishing treasures. And finally, of course, what you really want to do if you don't already have this toy is during the Burning Crusade event, you really want to buy the Fractured Necrolite Skull. And like that, you will be able to do this farm for Doomwalker very easily on all your different characters. And so definitely I would recommend you to pick up this toy. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope it will help you to make some gold during this event. Keep in mind, this event is going to be a great opportunity to just level up all your different alts and also gear up all your different alts. And also each week you will have the weekly quest. where you can then get some heroic loot from the Vault of the Incarnate. So try to do that, and I'm sure you'll be able to get plenty of rewards. And then on the side, you can try to make a little bit of gold. I'll be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye.